What is good, everybody? It's your boy Big Zach 617. Woke to the World podcast and TV. Today we are at episode 21 with my man Shotdy. How you doing today, my
What's
guy?
going on, my man Big Z? What's up, man?
Chilling.
What's up?
I'm just chilling,
Oh,
my
yeah.
guy.
Oh, yeah.
You know, long
Yeah.
time for this one.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
I know
yeah.
we did a remote one where we did like picks during the NFL season.
Yeah,
At
yeah.
one point, but
Yeah.
it wasn't like one of like the face to face ones.
Yeah.
It was just like you would just like it was just like a phone call, like the face call.
Yeah, now we got the
Yeah, so
in
now we
person.
actually got the in studio.
Yes,
and
sir. Yes,
stuff,
sir.
dude. So,
Yeah.
how was your show last night? I'm gonna start there.
Man, it was electric, man. I got blessed to put a crazy selection of artists on, and
Yeah.
so I got a residency at this art gallery.
Okay.
Shout out to Impeccable Art Gallery here in Boston and Seaport.
Been there.
And so every month, Dope Land will be over there for the rest of the year.
Dope,
Once a Saturday, once
Okay.
a month. And last night was the beginning of it, man. And we had a great lineup
Sweet.
of artists. I've already had other artists reach up for next month.
Nice.
But man, it was just fun. You know, it was
Right.
it was what I wanted, which was building that like underground. Like if you love late 2000s, late 90s, early hip hop, R&B type stuff, like these artists that you saw that night, you know, they gave you that, and it really showed me, you know, with the crowd that came, that there is a need for it. So it was
Right.
pretty dope, man. It was special.
100%.
So it was pretty special.
I agree with that. There's definitely a need for like. I want to see more open mics, but for more showcases,
Well,
more opportunities.
Well, see, this isn't a showcase for me. This is Dope Land and Friends. So everybody, because the thing is, to me, right, the showcase is you got to come and you got to do 2 or 3 songs.
Yeah.
Every artist that comes for that set, for that week,
Mm-hmm.
you get 15 minutes.
Okay.
So it's not a showcase. You literally, it's your show if you think about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So showcase, you got to pay however much to get on, right? But
Right.
the whole thing about Dope Land and Friends is if you sign up, you get to me early, as long as you promote and you get people to the crowd,
Right.
regardless of that, right? You still get to perform for free.
Right.
The show is free. So all you have to do is bring people in. It's bring your own bottle. So like I've made it completely easy to
Right.
eliminate anything you might have said.
Right.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I can't. Like the only thing I have to do is give motherfuckers a smoke break. Other than that, I'm good.
100%.
I'm good. You know what I mean? Like other than that, that's all the fuck I gotta do.
Hey.
But you know, that was the point, man. You know, cause me and you and Jesse, man, shout out to Jesse, he's behind the scenes, but that man's always here. We always see each other at different shows, man. But how many
Right.
times did all of us have to go see somebody that we know pay to get that show? How many times did you guys see me perform?
Yeah.
And I had to pay.
Right.
And it's like I don't discredit nobody in the business that's getting their money and shit as a promoter.
Right, 100%.
But I'm thinking about it as like you and me. Like if my check is $12.60 and I got to take care of rent in 2 weeks, why the fuck am I giving you $2.50? You know what I mean? I'm not.
Yeah.
Again, it's just basic numbers. But I'm saying like
Yep.
I'm thinking about that
These
from
basic
my
numbers add
pockets.
up.
You know what I'm saying? From my pockets,
Those
like.
basic numbers add
Shit.
up because the music isn't cheap.
And my other thing though, right, is circumvent that. Instead of paying me the $200 for that, go and get your promotion.
Right.
Go spend $100 on that on ads and
I was
promotion and
talking-
build your shit.
The episode that I did with Alvin, we were talking about that at kind of like the end, dude. We said something like promotion and marketing are two different like things.
Very
They're not.
different.
They're not the same. They're not in the same field.
No.
You know, they're family, but
Yeah.
they're two completely different fields.
Yeah.
And like you could go and get your promotion, but are you marketing it the right
Exactly.
way?
You know, and that's but do you have the money to afford
Right.
the marketing?
Right.
And one of the things that I kept thinking about is because I went to South by. This has been a very, very good year for me. I've been to South by Southwest.
Mhm.
I've been to Brooklyn a couple of times. I left Atlanta beginning of this month.
Yeah.
So
that.
you know, I've just been able to like really go and see, and like one of the things that I saw down there and everywhere was it's like everybody has a need for like spaces, for like underground spaces, but everybody's trying to make a quick buck. At the end of the day, right? If we're being bluntly honest as fans, right?
Mm-hmm.
I give a shit less if you pay right now. I need you to buy the songs. I need you to come to the show because I need you to fall in love with being a fan. I think the issue that I've seen, like in general out here, is we stopped getting people to want to fall in love with being fans. We just want to give them as much shit as possible. right away in their fucking faces. That's what a showcase is. It's like, let me give you a smorgasbord of shit in your face, so that way you got it. Which, hey, sometimes there are incredible lineups that just hit. Like I got blessed last night. The lineup just fucking hit. But for the most part, you deal with that. You know what I mean? When you go and do shows out here that are paid and stuff like that. So I really appreciate Scoop for really seeing the vision of what I'm doing and being a partner in this. And the art gallery is incredible. They have so many different things throughout the week. Shout out to them, Wine and Vinyls on Thursday nights. And just the ability to create something in an atmosphere where nobody that walks in there has to worry about a dime. We take donations as dope land, but I don't even really say that until like the end of the night. You know what I mean? Like 100%. It's not about that. It's about like all those artists last night. I'm pretty sure for the first time in their careers got a 15-minute set. It's addicting not to go back to that.
Yeah, that's true.
So now, my goal is that other artists around here come and get that little bit of fee. So that way I can just keep rotating for months. You know what I mean? Because I want to showcase. I want more artists. But I just want it to be abundantly clear you're not paying a dime.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, I want you to gain fans. I need to gain fans. You got to gain a following before you can do anything else. And I feel like so much here we don't care about those steps, but those steps are so important because that's how Atlanta buzzes. That's how Texas is buzzing. I literally seen it with my own eyes this year, and so it's like
100%.
Okay, but my whole thing is everybody's thing is what's your price. But I'm also like I'm a communications kid. I'm a college educated dude, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, fiscally, right now, it makes no sense if I'm trying to build an ecosystem to burn your pocket.
Right.
What does that do me? If I want you to come and do a show, like let's say when I do Dopeland Fest, I have a whole collection of these artists to come with. That would be worth the time to be like, hey, we're gonna have you guys pay for this. But if I'm giving you a show every month for free, the one show you're not gonna mind paying for. Right. You feel what I'm saying? So like my mind is thinking chess, not checkers.
Or if you were to have like a headliner or something, it was just like that came up.
Yeah.
Like over time.
Well, no. That's like, one thing I always do. Like everybody in my eyes on that show is a headliner.
Yeah, but I meant like if you were to get like a bigger name or do like a promotion in that sense, like.
Yeah, I don't know if I would though.
Yeah.
I got to be honest with you. I know it's like somebody reached out to me last night and asked me about that. I don't think I want to. Because if I do that, I'm cheating somebody that might need to get heard. Like a gentleman came last night to support his boy. Didn't even know what this thing was about. Came and was like, yo, I want to come back next month. I'll make food. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You never know what the doors open. And so what I'm saying with that is if I have to come and bring somebody, that's a payment.
Yeah.
This is supposed to pay it to the community and to the artist. This is for us.
Right.
And I feel like whenever somebody's like, oh, I want to bring this person, normally they have a better infrastructure to do it. And they have a bigger venue.
Right.
Which is fine. But my thing is for all of us that they don't give a shit about.
Right.
Which is there's a lot more of us than there are of them. So that's why I'm like, I don't know if I would ever go and like have like a big guest feature or this, that, and the third. I think maybe like a year down the line, if that. But right now, like I think the beautiful thing that I can sell is come make you a fan base. At the end of the day, we need at the end of the day, you need fans and you need people to stream the damn song or play the song. Follow me on Spotify, Shotdy, Shotdy. Anyways, but you know what I mean? Like, how many times have I seen you perform and there's a crowd that's maybe that because they've had you like halfway at the bottom or at the beginning, so people are still moving it. You know what I mean? Like it's annoying. So it's like you open the doors at 7:30 we start. And you go on about your day. Right. You know what I mean? Like, it should be a moment where everybody that's there is excited because they're not coming to see you for 5 minutes. They're coming to see you do your thing.
Right, 100%.
You know, and I think that's why I wouldn't, like, go get a bigger name or this, that, and the third. Because then that's taking, first off, I'm not paying you. Second off, I want to make sure that these other artists get this chance, man. You know what I mean? Like
100%.
They need that. And you never know who's gonna walk in there. That art gallery has such a cornucopia of people that come through that thing. It's unreal. So you never know who walks in. Like last night we met a young lady who came from Connecticut. She does like healing and like trains and stuff like that. Like meditation. So it's like you never know who comes in there. And I think about that and it's like somebody who has no idea on a hole in the wall. Just met 4 new artists that she just left being fans of.
Right.
At least, you know what I mean? So it's like we'll take that. We'll take that.
And I think it's a lot of times when you find those, I think that there's at least in Massachusetts, that there's a lot of people who are artists, and I think sometimes being an artist takes away from being the fan.
Yeah.
In that sense, just because you're an artist performing for other artists rather than performing for fans.
Exactly.
And I feel like there's a lot of fans that are taken away from that because the crowd is mostly artists and not mostly fans.
You want to know why? Because fans right now don't have $20 to give you on top of the $40 they're gonna buy for that bottle that night, the 1/8 they're gonna buy that night. So before they leave out for the night, they've already spent $120, and you mean to tell me I gotta spend another $20 to come and hear you sing?
Yeah.
Now again, if you're a promoter, yeah, you're supposed to. But if you're one of us, no, kiss my ass. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I get it from their side. But I'm not them.
Right.
That shit's not coming. Nobody's connecting me and being like, yo, let me pull up to the city. Because the truth of the matter is it's a cash grab. It's not a fan building thing.
Right.
And that's where it gets me with this. It's like, yo, it's supposed to be a fan building thing. Because the one thing that we do, we can do everything in this city but build a fan base. It's the God's honest truth. As sad as it is to say, but you want to know why else it is because everybody is trying to rip your pocket before you even hear the music. How can you know what you like if I gotta pay for it?
Right, 100%.
Now, don't get me wrong, you gotta pay for Spotify, right?
Yeah.
But Spotify gives you almost 400 million different things, and they keep switching algorithms and showing you different artists and all this other stuff. That's worth the time because now you have a whole catalog. But we've now made it, and it just seems like this, out here, it seems like we've now made it in order for you to show your art, you gotta pay somebody to get on a platform.
Right.
That's a crock of shit.
That's what it looks like.
It's a crock, and that's the whole reason why I went to Scoop and wanted to do Dope Land and Friends. It's like, there has to be an alternative.
Right.
Because nobody else, I know this got it. I know for a fact, if I had this months ago, you guys would be there all the time. You know what I'm saying? It just building the momentum, because now you got friends that are just hearing about it or just learning about it. So now the next one's gonna be bigger, and the next one's gonna be bigger.
Right, 100%.
But it sells itself. If you're an artist on there, you get 15 minutes. If you're a fan, you get to come free of charge, and you get to drink and bring whatever you want to drink.
Right.
You know what I mean?
100%.
And I feel like in that way, you don't have to worry about the extra payment, the extra money, and I was talking to a couple of artists last night, and they said it to me early again this morning. They said it's a difference going into a show that you don't have to pay for. And I asked them, why is that? And they said, there's not this weight of you have to make sure that you do enough that you feel like what you paid to do this show is worth it. You feel what I'm saying? I didn't know that. I didn't realize that either until they had that convo with me in the morning. But they were there was such this relief feeling.
Right.
Of I don't, I'm just coming to perform. I didn't lose anything coming to perform. You know what I mean? Because the other side will tell you, oh, you're not losing, you're gaining an opportunity. But in reality, it's a crap in a barrel.
But I feel like at first you could gain opportunity, you could use that opportunity at first, but then it gets old after a while, you know? You pay for a showcase, you meet everybody that you want to meet within that region of people, and then that's why I think you kind of I don't want to say move on from it, you could still be cool with all those people, but then you go and you do something else. You've met those people. You know that if you go to another show there, you're going to see those same people. So I'm a big person of trying to see the variety in that sense, because a lot of the cards have the same people at the same time as well.
Yeah. You're right. You're 100%, especially around here.
Yeah.
Everybody knows everybody that shows. And, but it is such a difference, when you're going into something that you love, right? Mm-hmm. And you don't have to pay to do what you love.
Right.
And I think we've gotten into the world of like, you gotta buy this to get known. You gotta buy this to get known. But but at the same time, like the one thing that's never gone away is you have to slowly build a fan base and a momentum. Like one of the reasons why I love doing Dope Land and Friends now is because I'm doing it here. But I've also have friends in Atlanta. I also have friends in Texas. So I can go down, hopefully within the next, 3-6 months, go there and do one of these. You know what I mean? Because it's like the whole point is to let people know you can be an artist 100%. And not have to go broke doing it.
Facts.
Because I feel like that's the part where...
Because that part right there is like, it's almost like a school lesson, because it's like you don't have to go broke doing it, but at the same point in time, like everybody has like their life, their job. Like music is like not sustainable for everybody as a full-time job.
Yeah. Or learn how to allocate it.
Yeah.
Allocate the time differently, right? So but you're 100% right. We all got jobs. We all got you hit the nail on the head, right? But what I'm saying is, instead of paying me the $250 for the fee or the slot, right? Split it. Put $100 into marketing whatever the newest song is on Facebook ads. Learn your ads, learn your Google ads, and go and use that money to build your audience out further. Because the one thing that like I keep trying to preach to the people that I'm meeting is they're taking away from your budget. You're looking at it as an opportunity of a showcase. What I'm telling you is you're losing out on the potential to be seen in front of 30 to 35 or 55,000 people, whatever the rate is for $10 an hour on Facebook Meta ads. So you mean to tell me you would rather risk a 3%, 4% increase in having fans, which might be 2,000 to 4,000 fans, or people that just see your stuff, over people that you can go see at the next show in 2 days? You see what I'm saying? Like, that's what it's become. And it's not a fault of theirs either. But the truth of the matter is when you're asking people in a time like this in America to keep fucking shoveling out pockets, how many times do you think they're really going to come out? And ego will get in somebody's face and be like, no, they're going to pay this. But then after a while, when it starts just being the same people after a while, you got to start taking notice.
100%.
And so I seen that everywhere. Me and you have been at shows where we've seen this together. You know what I mean? And then seeing it out in other states and stuff like that, it was just like, I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna see how it works. And last night was just very receptive, man. And I'm looking forward to the next one.
Oh yeah, man, that's awesome. I was just talking to Jesse earlier about the music summit that we were at last year.
GrindCon.
Another one, the music summit that's they have one that's coming up in September on the 19th.
Okay.
I'll shoot you a link to it.
Yeah. You got something.
I was saying though that like I like going to like those types of things like music based, because like those are the more like business orientated, like people who have those questions. And like there's a lot of artists that in the artist world that just think that you can go to the studio, do this, and I'm an artist. And it's not like that, because you have to go through the business side of being an artist.
What's crazy is like, it took me years to do it, but Dope Land is legally a company now. I've been screaming it for years, but like it's now a legal company. And so the other thing that I like recommend to a lot of artists and stuff is I don't tell them anything that I haven't thought in my head. So like why should I tell this person not to pay this $250? Why would I not pay it? Well, because I got a single coming out, and half of that is going to pay for the remainder of the studio time to finish it. The other half could be used to make the video and then market the video. So so that's where my mind goes when I'm like, why shouldn't I? Like, what makes it special for them? You know what I mean? It's like I was saying, allocating. It's a fucking business. Like last year when we went, I knew I had to get my paperwork straight after that business. But a lot of artists don't know you should have your own label and your own publishing. It's two different companies. You should have that. And they don't. And so my whole thing is I looked at years after years of spending and going to shows and realizing I didn't have any of this shit. And so now it's like, I gotta get this shit. But now that I got it, and and I know other friends. Let me tell you the good news. You know what I mean? It's like the good book. Let me tell you 100%. About the good book today. Instead, it's like, yo, let me tell you about where you should put your money if you're an artist.
Right.
This is what you should be doing. And what I'm saying is I'll let you rock out on stage. All I ask is you go and put the money towards useful things.
Right.
And if you don't do it, that's on you. That's between you and God. Whatever the fuck you want to do. But all I know is I've given you a platform where the only thing you gotta come and do is do what you love.
Right.
And bring people who love to see you do what you do.
Yeah, just like your brand, that sounds dope. Like, it's for an artist, you know?
Well, I mean, I got dope people, shout out to Jesse again in the corner.
Yeah. Jesse's dope, too, he's been doing a bunch of the motivational stuff.
Nah, but another thing like that is, like, that's motivation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's struggles, man. Everybody got struggles. And that's what I keep thinking about, like, I wanted, like, it should be, maybe I should get something to stand third. And I'm like, bro.
Right.
I'm thinking about, for me, how hard it is. Besides brothers like yourself and other local podcasts that actually really rock with underground artists.
Right.
You're fighting to get people's attention so that they can tell other people about you. Like, I sat with that one night, a high night, and me and you probably had this conversation before at the Cypher or whatever over the years, because we've had tons. Like, ladies and gentlemen, y'all are just getting this on video camera. Me and this man go back for years. This is one of my dearest friends in the city, in this game. So when I tell you, y'all don't understand. Like, there have been years back combos where we have these conversations. Jesse's there too. He's just not talking right now. But he was there for a lot of them shits. And we kept trying to figure out, like, why everything was the way it is. Like, why is it that people just didn't want to just create something that, and I feel like when I got home, when I saw you, I felt like everybody became divisible because everybody needed to make profit. And God bless you, don't blame you, but over the last few years, I've seen a lot of people group up again to make profit.
Right.
If you don't have fans, how do you think you're gonna keep consistent profits?
Right, 100%.
And that's where I keep going, is like, you gotta build the fan base.
Right. 100%.
We're spending so much money on people who are not gonna buy a fucking thing from us.
Right, 100%.
I gotta, just straight up question, because I ask the same. Has a promoter ever bought a record from you or a piece of clothing?
No.
Have they ever come and promoted for your show?
No.
So then why are you paying them $200?
Right.
I'm just telling you.
Their platform.
I'm just telling you what my high ass is saying to myself in the middle of the night. This is not me with anybody else. This is me and two joints sitting there like, yo, ain't this some shit?
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where it doesn't. That's where it was like, I really feel like we had to have this. You know what I mean? Like, and it's important because like you, a Woke World Podcast, like, not a lot of people are really talking like real shit like how you talk on here, because you let people really talk about like really what's going on. Like, once you're awoke, you can't go back to sleep. You know what I mean? And that's how I feel with this shit. Yeah. Like, I felt like I went to Texas and in all these places in Atlanta and New York, and I was like, oh shit.
You're right. 100%.
I got it. You know what I mean? And I always thought that I, was smart. I had some other shit, but that was this whole year was an education. It was a travel education.
100%.
And when we go down there, like, your shit would rock in Texas, bro, because they like love like trill, old school, raw 90s rap. Like, we was in this garage, bro, smoke shop. It was fucking nasty. And then Atlanta was even the same, bro. Like, everybody had a taste of something.
Right.
And that was the one thing that was universally seen. It's like, yo, I got a platform. Yeah, pay me to get on the platform. I remember something clear as day growing up. You see the same people going up, you see coming down. At some point, what people are paying you for has got to be worth it.
Right.
I don't want them to pay for it until I know I can give them a show that's fucking worth it. But what's worth it is you coming every time and seeing your boy perform. What's worth it is you coming to see Big Z perform and do his thug dizzle. Right. You know, the R&B lady that's coming. Like, That's the important thing, because that's what I think needs to change. Everybody needs to stop selling profit and selling, oh, come to the show and buy something, instead of, yo, how about you really listen to what I'm doing? Like, what am I about? Like, the reason why I'm making music.
What's your story?
Listen to the story, because everybody wants you to rap, but no one wants to let you talk your story. And that's my whole thing.
And
I want you to hear your story.
I highly agree with that, because I was telling Jesse the other day about stories, and the fact that, like, the middle part of your story has to be, like, has to be it. Like, that's the action scene.
Yeah.
Where everything's going down in the movie.
Also, you made me really look really fucking cool in that comic thing. I just have to put that on podcast. If you are a guest over here, just know he's gonna make you look sick as a comic book character. Because I was looking at that and I was like, yo. Just saying, I had to put that. I had to put you on blast. That shit was awesome. That shit was so cool. That shit was so badass. I need you to send me the full. I need you to send me that because I want a copy of that.
Yeah, like, no, I got you. I got you.
It was so badass. It really was.
100%. We're working on that.
Yeah, man, it's great, man. It's great. I can't wait till when you make a whole thing.
Right.
I know.
It's in the works. Yeah. Trust me.
But you know what's beautiful about that? There's comic books in the art gallery too. So that's a place where you can come and you can show people, hey, like, you know what I mean? It's not just for me.
Right. 100%.
Excuse me. Last month when we did it, I believe somebody came and bought a painting out of there for like $120. Scoop made out.
Right.
He came out, you know, we came into the night expecting nothing. He got somebody to buy a painting.
Right.
I got a show, and I got people to come back for this show, and now they're going to keep spreading word of mouth.
Right, right. 100%.
You know, it just, you know, it works, man.
Right.
It works. It works if you work it.
100%. I love that. It works if you work it, you know, because the quote we got right up there next to the dragon says all work works.
Yeah, man. All work works. But you gotta make it work for you, and I think that's like I don't want, because a lot of these people in this industry, like up here, that are in promotion and doing that stuff, I got no ill will, like I really don't. But I know for me as an artist, like if I had to choose between a show and finishing a record and promoting it, it's very hard, because you're taught to do the show, but in reality, you're supposed to finish the record.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
100%.
And we'll go and we'll do a show.
But, you know, I don't think it's really that hard of a choice, because, you know, a lot of the times when I was heavy on doing music and, like, making music, I would be like, yo, there's a lot of shows that I want to go to, but I would prioritize being like, oh, I had a studio session here, or I had to make like a beat at this time period. You know? Yeah.
No, I hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get it, because it's where you are in that moment, right? Like you can't go back in that moment.
It's just like you could go to that show, but that show's not going to progress. Like you might be able to meet some people there, but that show's not progressing your music career the way you want it. I'm not saying when you go to a show that you can't meet somebody, because you know you never know who you can meet at a show. Yeah. But I just feel like some instances it's just like you got to prioritize your music career before going out and supporting somebody else.
Exactly. And I think with me, the whole point of doing this was to show that with proof. Right? Like, it's one thing to say that and reach post and redo it. It's another thing to put a show on, put a whole event together, and actually have everything be what it says. Because you and I both know we've gone to shows where it's supposed to be this, and it turned into that, which was turned into a whole bunch of shit. You know, so it's like it never turns out the way it's supposed to be. And I truly, truly feel like after doing this like twice now, it's because money's involved.
Yeah.
It's because money's involved. Because anytime someone has to do what they love and pay you for it, if you're not an engineer, if you're not a beat maker, like, why? Like, sincerely, why? Because of what? You got a space, a venue, and a platform. That's beautiful. But if there's no asses in that seat, and I'm talking about from the artist perspective now, not the promoter, because this is not the promoter's fault. Like, let's just be 100%. Like, they you give them the money.
Right.
They're not out here strong arming niggas like it's the 1960s.
Right.
With suits and leather bags over. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Right around the corner.
Right.
Hit the corner, Jerome. Let me talk to this nigga over here real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not one of them fucking times. You giving them the bread. But my whole thing is if you know you don't have the seats, if you don't have the asses to put in the seats, why are you paying for the ticket?
Right. 100%.
Now, it's different. I'll say the rules are different if you're going out of state. Mm-hmm. I'm going to do it because I don't know. But I'll tell you this much, you know who I know won't be there? Anybody I fucking know.
Right.
So somebody is going to find me tonight and be a fan.
Right. 100%.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, instead of spending the $200 on that show here, spend the $200 on going to the show in Texas.
Right.
Spend it on going to Orlando or like Florida. Like, you know what I mean? Like Connecticut. Use it to span out. But the same thing me and you talk about all the time. You can go out and do all of that shit. But when they come to do the research on you, they want to see that you have something at home. And if you have nothing at home, who's really going to follow it?
Right.
Think about it. Even though we're not in the label business anymore, anybody who really fucks with somebody, they got to know where you come from.
Right.
There is some kind of following. And not the promoter's following. I'm talking about you as the artist following. And I think a lot of artists don't realize that. If you're going with somebody, you're going on stuff, you're promoting their brand. You should spend just as much money that you spent on buying the ticket to promote their brand, to promote your shit. And if you can't do both, don't pick the show.
Right. 100%.
Because then you put the promoter in a fucked up spot because he just gave you the opportunity. He told you what it was, told you what the price was, told you how it was gonna be. It's your fault if you do that.
I agree. 100%.
So instead of sitting there having those nights where it's like you go home, you smoke, you drink, you fucking piss, you're like, why the fuck I pay for this show, this and the third? Stop doing it to yourself. And that's what I had to do that one night. Seriously, like sitting one night, like down in Atlanta. I was just like, looked at Susan. I was like, Susan, I'm done doing it, dude. I'm done paying for shit like this, man. I'm done. When we go home, I'm done paying, bro. Like, this was worth the investment. Like, and if I didn't, I would have stopped myself from going down there to do something for a show that I may not even get more than 10 people that I know in the building. You know what I mean? One of the beautiful things about an art gallery, bro, is everybody loves art from all different walks of life. So somebody's gonna pop in there that you have never seen before. It's not like it's literally choice. It's just random automation. Like as long as Scoop is open, somebody else is gonna walk in.
And I think that a lot of art galleries are starting to go in more into the music field of things, and I love that too. You know, we're in a here in Massachusetts, we have a shortage of venues.
Oh Jesus! Because Live Nation and Ticketmaster took everything.
Yeah,
they took all the contracts.
100%, but like we have a shortage of venues here, but like we don't have a shortage of art galleries. We have quite a lot of art galleries. But then it becomes it becomes a venue.
No. You're right on everything. It becomes the issue of what kind of artist or art gallery is it? You know what I mean? Because Scoop is an art gallery for underground art, for like the anime, the Dragon Ball Z's, the Astro World, the stuff that we grew up on.
But there's enough art in the world where you can categorize, being like, hey, this is like country farm painting. You can relate that to country music. There's enough graffiti in the world where you could relate that to hip hop music.
I agree. And I think they're all concerned about the paintings and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, cause some artists are like, I just don't want my work to be surrounded. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's what we run into here in Boston. It's like a 50-50 split. You'll have ones that'll be like, yeah, come on in, that's awesome, like what a way to use art with art. And then you have the other ones that are like, I don't know if that's gonna, I don't know if my art deserves to be seen in that type of crowd. You know what I mean? Like, we're in Boston where you're gonna get a 50-50 split on that.
I agree with you, but at the same point in time, if you are an artist, why don't you want to be seen if that's the whole objective of being seen?
I hear you.
You know?
But for painters
Yeah.
in them, you know, their shit is different than us. You know, like, I just agree that we're all better when we're not sober.
Right.
But other than that, like, I know that's a very heavily debated topic, but I stand by that. I truly feel that, like, artists are genuinely, like, messed up souls. And if you're trying to get the true genuineness out of them, if you really think getting them, like, purely sober, you're gonna get a bunch of what we've gotten from all of our heroes over the past 10 years. Squat. Like, it's just me.
Right.
I like them better when they're on drugs. I don't know, maybe it just makes me feel better.
No,
whatever. Like, you know, but it's just, you know, with different artists, you know, here, you know, it's different art galleries. Like, I wish they all would think the way that you did.
Yeah,
like, because it's really smart. Like, a country aspect, have a couple country artists.
It makes more sense like that because, like, as I said, there's enough art for every type of music genre out there, you know, as we look at movies all the time too. Yeah. And it's just like, you see the art that happens and you see the music that's in the background of it, like what the score sounds like and everything like that.
Yeah, man. You and me talk. You and me love movies, bro. So
yeah,
we already know. But you know, that's the other thing I think about too with this last night. You know, I don't know, you probably do too. Like, you remember those movies where they'd have somebody in a nightclub and they performing and this and the third, and it was like kind of part of the movie that kind of like held you captive. That's what I feel. That's what I love doing with Dope Land and Friends. Like, I feel like it's a scene out of a movie where, like, you just come in and, like, it captures you. Like, forever long you're there, you know. And that's what music's supposed to be. You know, that's 100%. That's what we feel every time we step in that circle at the Bridgeside Cypher. Shout out to the motherfucking Bridgeside family all day. Yeah. Shout out to them. But, you know, that feeling, bro. Like, that feeling that made us become friends, because we all share that same feeling. And just being at the same places and having that, you know. It shouldn't be any more, oh, this is that. Like we're saying, like, the unity thing really needs to happen. But it needs to happen without trying to kill people's pockets.
Because, like, as you just said, like, we've been friends for a long time, but, like, we've met through shows and stuff. And we've been to a lot of shows together.
And ran into a ton of shows.
And ran into each other in a ton of shows and stuff. So, like, in that sense, it's just, like, we, like, built the relationship. And what I talk about, like, the more you get seen or the more you're at those particular shows, it's like the closer you build those relationships with those people.
Yeah, it is.
Because, like, we wouldn't have the friendship that we would have if it wasn't for, hey, we saw each other at this many shows and this many events together.
Facts.
And then have the conversations that we do have to lead to this episode.
Stuff like that.
Stuff like that.
Which is long overdue, ladies and gentlemen. This man has asked me for a long time. So this is my fault for this being late. Okay, so I'm going to put that on. That's me, because he has asked, because we have a ton of these conversations. But y'all don't get all of those. Anyway. But, man, I really, really enjoyed just being able to say I made guys like us proud. You know, like
100%.
Like, that really made me feel good. It's like, we got a show where people can come, do what you love to do, rock out, drink, enjoy yourself. You can go outside in the parking lot, smoke. I did learn that I will have to include a smoke break. Yes, it happens. Because if I don't, I lose the crowd. So I'm learning.
You'll lose it on somebody.
So I learned that from last time. There will be a brief intermission.
100%.
So, but
have the DJ do the DJ, you know.
Well, we had Keith last night.
I like it when DJs play music in between artists and stuff. That's one thing that kind of annoys me.
Why?
It just, like, I feel like it breaks the flow and, like, the momentum of the show.
I feel like
if you're somebody, if I watched you perform and then I watched the next artist perform afterwards, I'm more engaged because I'm kind of
so
more
it's back
locked
to back
in.
to back to back.
Yeah, I'm more like locked in that way because I've been to a lot of showcases where it's just back to back to back like that. But I've also been to showcases where they'll start playing music between this artist and this artist. And sometimes that's not always that the promoter's fault or always the DJ's fault. Yeah. Because sometimes there's always a case where an artist flakes.
Yeah. Well, my thing too is that's something where you need to, if you're an artist, right? Yeah. You send the music early and you send your set list, you send your lineup. Yeah. Like, just because now I can tell the DJ, like, hey, after him, the next one's going to go. So they're already ready to go. You know what I mean? So there's no music in between. Sometimes, really, what I've seen, why they have to put the music, Zach, all the time, is because the artist is trying to figure out which song's going to go first instead of just having the fucking set list done before you walked in the building.
I think that's unprofessional.
But
I'm sorry.
This is the world we live in.
It is, but we're also expected to be professionals at what we do.
And my point is if you're not at that, why are you paying $250?
Right, 100%.
That's my whole point. I literally wrap it right back around.
Yep.
And the only reason why I'm wrapping it back around is because I've asked myself these questions fucked up all the time. It's not from being mad or being boasted at anybody else. This is me in the middle of the night, high as a kite, watching Batman Beyond, trying to figure out what the fuck life is right now. Deadass.
Right, you know,
just honest. Be sitting there and be like, yo, why the hell did I just do that? I got this session in 2 days. This song's supposed to get finished.
Right.
I could have put that towards an extra hour, or I could have told the engineer, like, hey, what do you think about this record?
Right, 100%.
Because you know the other thing, artists don't ask their producers or engineers, like, would you send this to somebody? How you like it?
Right.
Like, genuinely, like, how the fuck you like it?
Yeah, 100%. Like, they just assume, hey, I threw you money and you're gonna like it.
You know, and it's like...
it's not like that at all, you know?
It's not. Because I know
I was telling somebody the other day, I'm like, yeah, you gotta get the stamp of approval from Big Zach if you wanna... work with him. Like, I'm not going to work with people who, one, I don't really know like that. Yeah. And two, people who just aren't great, in my opinion.
I respect it. You know, I went down to Atlanta, and me and Suze, we were doing something. We were working, and we had somebody else with us. And the gentleman that we met down there, he's super cool. His name is Ja. Shout out to Ja. You know, we're in there. The person that we came with is in the session. Yeah. Jesse, you'll find this one funny too, because you're an engineer. So me and Susan do our thing. They fuck with us because we did the first song. So they're like, all right, these guys is really real from Boston. All right. So the other guy comes. He comes in, blitzed out his mind. I mean, like, blitzed out his fucking mind. And he didn't even smoke yet. Yeah. But he's blitzed out of his mind. So we give him the hook, and I'm going to step back so I can do it. So he's like, now, mind you, like, he's going hard, but it's too fast. It's like he's on, like, a drug bender. Right. The energy is what I want. I wanted the energy. But he made it seem like we were at a fucking frat house at Amherst, and someone just gave him angel dust. Like, we're on that type of time. So the engineer looks back, like how Jesse is right now. He looks back and he's like, so what is it? You two guys rap and he's just ass? Like, this is dead ass. A real story that happened like less than 3 weeks ago.
That's crazy.
But it's like, yo, like, that shit's wild.
100%.
Like, come on, engineer-wise, I know you'd sit there and say the same shit. So it's like, well, what the fuck is this? Because it's like, but that's an impression, right? So if me and Susan didn't go in there and do that shit first, and all of us came in like that, imagine if we'd never have a plug to go back and go work and perform and record for the low. You know what I mean? Like, you never know. But it's just like, yo, like, that story was crazy. I was like, I had to tell you that. Because Jesse's sitting right there, and that's how it was set up. It was set up like the guy was right there. Like, the booth was set up like this, same everything. Yeah. And it was like, yo, what? Like, the dude, like, the engineer just turned around and was like, what? Crazy ass story, bro. Like, yo, I'll get into details when we're off, but that shit was hilarious. That shit was too funny.
Oh yeah, now we're transitioning over to sports.
Oh, you talking my language now, baby. Now you talking my language.
Transitioning over to sports.
Let's get it, baby.
Yes,
Oh, also, thank you for that.
Yeah.
If you want, you as well as other people can let me know. I do sports with Shotdy every other day on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. So if you guys enjoy it, I know me and you talk it all the time. Right. Sports with Shotdy is a little thing I've started to do all the time. And truthfully, because me and you talk sports all the time, and I'm like, me as soon as I talk sports all the time.
I just love like hearing your takes about the Pats. And
stuff. You know I live for that. You know I live for that. I live for the Patriots. Die hard, baby. Less than 3 months, baby. We're back.
Yeah, man.
We're back.
2 weeks in training.
2 weeks till training camp. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, man. How do you think they're gonna do this year?
You know, I was concerned that if we didn't get AJ Brown, that you could see a sophomore slump. But I think the beautiful thing about this regime is that Vrabel knows what a championship team looks like, what a season looks like, and what his quarterback needs to develop to the next thing. Because, again, everybody has their shit about last year. Don't blame us about the weather. Blame God, okay? Not our fault that Denver was crazy. Not our fault. Don't blame us, and don't blame the whole shit about Bo Nix on this. It's not our fault, Denver. All right, shut the fuck up.
Right.
Like, seriously. But my point is Stephon Diggs was a great year 2 receiver for him because it showed him that he can have somebody that can play off key with him, off balance, do little things. And for that wide receiver crew last year to have somebody like him who can show Kyle Williams in and out routes, Pop Douglas, those crossover seam routes. You know what I mean? Little things like that. But to get AJ Brown, to be able to do this stuff, because people forget how ill of a slot receiver he was in Tennessee.
Right.
People forget because he was a deep threat in Philly for those years. People forget he made his bread and butter being the biggest dude coming across the middle of the field that you couldn't stop. So now you give somebody like him to Josh McDaniels. Along with Kyle Williams' development in year 2, you got Pop back. Booty's still here. I don't know why everybody thought he was going to go anywhere. Like, Vrabel's never said nothing. You ain't seen nothing come out of it. You're like, oh, well, you can't have him and have him. Who the fuck not?
Right.
What are we talking about here? You know, we got a great receiving core, and I'm going to tell everybody here who is a Pats fan right now, the tight end that we drafted is a guaranteed sleeper. Mark my words. I watched that kid at Notre Dame last year. That kid is different. That kid can block, he can receive, and he can take fucking hits.
Okay.
That kid is going to be a great tight end, too. He's going to have to be. He's going to have to be. Because I think, did they sign Hooper back or Hooper or no?
I think they have Henry.
No, they have Hunter, but they needed another one.
I don't think Hooper signed.
So he's gone. So that kid that they drafted is going to be tight end, too. And I'm telling you, he's nice. He's nice. That tight end, that kid is nice. I really, really fuck with him. And then I think they just had a great draft class. They had a phenomenal draft. They hit on every pick.
I like Caleb Lamo.
Yo, as long as they put Lamo at left tackle and get rid of Will Campbell, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
You
don't think Campbell can have a turnaround year?
I think he could be a Hall of Fame guard.
You don't think Campbell can have a turnaround year, though? Like,
after seeing what the best of the best in the playoffs did to this man, no. Because Will Anderson Jr.
Even if he was hurt, though?
Will Anderson Jr. ain't going nowhere. TJ Watt ain't going nowhere.
Right, 100%.
Hendrickson is still in the AFC. He can't beat any of them. I mean, no disrespect, but all of them boys look at him and say, it's lunchtime.
Right.
If you put him at guard, That's different.
Yeah.
Because the way I feel like his interior, when he comes up and he gets you on the inside, I feel like it's really hard for him to grab off. So if you put him at guard and let Lamo run that, I think honestly, I think we're going to have a better season than people expect. I think we're going to have that type of year that Mahomes had his second year, where it's like you got there, but you didn't get the job done. The following year, you get the job done. Right. I just think we have that type of team. And the other thing, too, is the AFC. I don't really see a lot of depth.
I agree.
I don't really see a lot of depth with teams. I know Denver's going to be back.
Yep.
Kansas City.
What about the Kansas City Chiefs?
It really depends.
I think that's really interesting.
It depends on when he comes back. Yeah, and truthfully, I feel
he's not coming back by like week 5, week 6.
I feel it in my heart of hearts. Truthfully, they need to let him sit until he's fully healthy.
Do you think he
is a $572 man, $572 million man, Zach? If I'm the Hunt family, that motherfucker's sitting down until that thing is bionic. Okay, I need that thing guaranteed.
Do you think his reign's over? Or do you think he has one more title in him?
Oh, he's coming back for more. Oh, please don't think this is over. This is the second. Oh, I've been telling people that all year.
Because like sometimes those quarterbacks can win a couple games or like win a couple Super Bowls and then they'll lose one and then they never make it back and then they're cursed. You know. I'm
a Patriots fan, BDE swinging type of dude, but I will tell you right now, if the Magic Man is still here, oh, he's getting more. He's getting more. If the Magic Man is still alive. You can't teach what he does, bro.
Right.
You can't teach 100%. What he does. And they have to go through their growing pains. They have to go through their iteration, right? Like, Kelsey's on his way out.
Yeah.
Most of the guys that are there are early years, the 03, 04, after the 09 era, where we had to kind of wallow from 2010 to 2013, a little bit. Like, 100%. And we didn't wallow. We were still there, but we couldn't get over the hump. I think they'll be there. I think they'll be that kind of team, and then he'll get that second hit, and it'll run. I think he's not done, but I will tell you this: I think he now looks at us again and is like, "That's who else I got to deal with." Because Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes, one thing they are foreseeing. You and I both know they watched last year, and they're like, they're coming.
Right.
When they saw us beat Buffalo in Buffalo, that was, The next one, when you beat the Ravens,
right.
Super Bowl, yeah. Fluke or not, that team was the caliber to go to the Super Bowl. And we just made it 10 times stronger this offseason. So, Bengals are getting revved up. The Bills, the Broncos. If he gets in the playoffs, the rest of us are fucked.
Who?
If Burrow gets in the playoffs, we're fucked.
Man, Burrow needs an offensive line, man.
I don't disagree.
He has great wide receivers.
All I said is, Zach,
yeah.
If he gets to the playoffs, everybody's fucked. That's all I'm saying. Because the last time he went through, when he had a solid offense, he had a decent offensive line.
Yeah.
He carried him to the bowl and almost won the bowl.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, everybody's like, he needs. I'm like, you're missing what I'm saying. They know that part. Yeah. They know that part clear as day. And they got defensive help this year. Which was huge. They needed that.
100%.
They needed that.
They definitely needed that.
Because they were sucking.
Right.
You know who?
And the Rams getting Myles Garrett.
And Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
Donald's going to come out of retirement, bro.
You think so?
Dude, to have the chance to play with Myles Garrett, Aaron Donald on one end, Garrett on the other. You got Verse in there, too. Like, who's dealing with those three? And whoever you put in the middle of those two or the other dude, he's a monster in between, so he's going to eat. Like, that's a horrible, scary thing to deal with. I'm glad we're not in the NFC. I don't want to deal with that. I'll be damned. That's a headache waiting to happen. I'll wait till the Super Bowl for that shit. No, I'm good. I think the challenge really for us this year too is going to be the schedule.
I think it comes down to the first 4 weeks.
We got who's the first 4?
I don't remember off the top of my brain, but it's...
Well, I know Seattle's the first one.
Seattle, Pittsburgh,
Dub in Pittsburgh.
I think Buffalo.
Take a dub in Buffalo.
And I'm not 100% sure off the top of my head.
You know who I think when you were talking about, like they almost make it or they get there and they're not close enough and they can't do it. I think that's unfortunately, I think that's what Josh Allen's gonna be. I think Josh is gonna be that dude from our era that's like, yo, this.
Josh Allen's gonna be our modern day Phillip Rivers.
I think he's gonna be. Yeah, I do. I do. And you know what? It's sad because he's an incredible. Incredible quarterback.
He is.
He honestly like.
And what we were just talking about, like the Magic Man with like Patrick Mahomes.
He's the same thing.
Patrick Mahomes.
He's Superman.
I think right now Patrick Mahomes is still the best quarterback of the NFL. My person.
When he's healthy.
Yes.
I agree with you. But he's not
Josh
healthy
Allen
right now,
but Josh Allen is a very, very close second.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I mean, honestly, right now, no disrespect to Mahomes, but truthfully, right now, who's playing, Josh Allen is the best quarterback. Right now. But I think that changes after this year. And it'll change not from out of the division, but the new best quarterback will be Bill. I mean, new quarterback will be Drake.
Now, here's another question. Do you think the Bills, with Josh Allen winning the AFC East a couple years because the Patriots didn't have their shit together, do you think the Bills were just handed those AFC championships for the sense that the Patriots just weren't there?
They missed their window. They missed their window.
Yeah.
Truthfully, I think like if we're looking at it from like a real standpoint.
Yeah.
Buffalo lost that.
Right.
They did. Like they just flat out
because they had some really good teams.
Yeah.
And then like during like the off season hit them, and then it's just like they lose half their defense. And it's just like that was a top 10 team in rush defense and pass defense during the regular season. Yeah. And now that team's completely dismantled.
But my thing is you got DJ Moore.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What else?
Right.
Like, you ask us, what did you get? A.J. Brown. What else did you get? We got a great draft class. What else did you get? We got some great D-backs. Mm-hmm. We got some great linebackers. Like, we got depth on all positions. We drafted well. We got a young tight end who is a plug and play. Like, I'm telling you, this kid is a plug and play.
Mm-hmm.
Only reason why, and I don't know the other draft picks like that. I just know through flicking on Saturdays, this number 9 for Notre Dame just kept popping up. Every time I'm watching, number 9, Notre Dame, tight end. And when I saw that we drafted him, I'm like, oh, this kid's nasty. He just pops out. So it's like you ask us, what else did you do besides A.J. Brown? We can tell you everything else we did.
Right.
Besides A.J. Brown.
Mm-hmm.
DJ Moore is you guys' highlight thing.
Right.
It's terrible. He needs more wide receivers. Truthfully, you could give him a better left guard because they come right through the left guard when they come for his ass. That's why he's got to run out this way.
Right.
When you see him play again, watch. Like, the left guard is the man that comes through, and Josh has to go this way or this way every fucking time. That guard, they need a guard. The tackle's fine. The left tackle's fine. It's the guard that they just bulldoze over every time.
Right.
And they're bulldozing to his strong side, which is dumb.
Right.
But
yeah.
you're getting to him faster.
100%.
You know what I mean? So for them, I'm interested to see Washington though.
Yeah.
I would like to see Jaden Daniels fully healthy year 3. Because I don't think
I think I heard there was like some kind of controversy between Brandon Ayuk and Jaden Daniels, and Brandon Ayuk just got there recently.
Yeah, because Brandon Ayuk's saying some stuff about this man's mama. You don't talk about this man's mama.
Yeah.
Like, listen. Even you know that. You don't talk about no other brother's mama. Like, come on now.
100%.
You don't do that shit.
100%.
You sit there playing around with her and...
I'm just saying, think, like...
Brandon Ayuk's pulling a full Antonio Brown right now.
Right.
Okay, a full-on Antonio Brown. Someone needs to go check this brother's head, because CTE has affected him in ways that God can't help. Okay? Like, he needs to go sit down for a minute and not do a fucking thing.
Right.
At all.
100%. I hear that.
What do you think?
Yeah, for sure. He definitely needs to get checked. I think a lot of the receivers need to get checked. They have a short window in that sense.
Yo, but
who is your favorite wide receiver all time?
All time?
Yeah.
Oh, all time favorite receiver. That's a good question.
Oh yes, the best questions here. Welcome to the world.
Yeah, that's a good one. My favorite wide receiver of all time. Because I'm watching it in real time.
Yeah.
Jamar Chase.
Okay.
Jamar Chase is the nastiest
thing
I've ever seen. Because
Jamar Chase is good.
Well, no, here's the thing with him, right? Part of me wants to go Randy, because I literally witnessed Randy have the greatest season any wide receiver in NFL history ever had.
Right.
But Jamar Chase is like 6 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And they have people that they put on him that are like 6'3", 6'4". And they can't beat him. And he just over him. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, and his footwork out of his breaks. Looking back on that LSU championship team, it's ungodly that all of that was on the same team. The left was Jefferson, the right was Chase, and the one throwing the ball was Burrow.
Yeah. So,
like, unreal. And then the crazy thing is, right, the receiver lined up on the other side for Cincinnati is disgusting as well, but he'll never get put in the conversation because Jamar just does so much shit that you're like, holy fuck, how did he do it?
Right.
Like, how did he get open? How did he get there? But
I thought Cincinnati was going to get into like a Celtics situation at some point with Higgins and Chase, because they've already locked in Burrow.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay, like there's not a whole lot of teams that lock in a 1 and
I
2.
guarantee you that this whole apron shit is going to change again once they have the new CBA rules. Silver's going to enjoy this for now, but this is not going to last long because of shit like this. I'm telling you. This type of shit is the shit that owners go to Silver and be like, yeah, this shit can't fucking happen again. Because look at what it did to this city. Those men couldn't even be on social media. And rightfully so, because you're fucking idiots. But if you look in, like when I went and did the research, Adam Silver's making them do this. You have to pick. Which is crazy to say, but like they're making it so that way if you have a homegrown team, unless you're doing something like Jalen Brunson or Wemby just did, which is take a pay cut to keep the thing rolling, you're going to run into this problem. And the truth of the matter is everybody here knows Jaylen Brown wasn't going to take a pay cut.
Right.
But the sad part is
neither one of them was going to take a pay cut.
Well, no, if you really sit and think about it, though,
47% of the cap space was taken on both players.
But what they were basically telling him and telling all of us is if we gave him that contract, it's the same contract worth Giannis.
I think it has to do with the ownership.
Oh, yeah, it's 100%.
Because we didn't have this problem until the Boston Celtics got sold right after we won the championship.
Well, also the CBA changed.
Then we dismantled that team right there.
Yeah, the CBA changed it.
And then we ended up with that team right there on opening day.
Bro, the CBA changed it. The CBA changed everything.
Yeah.
And truthfully, that's why I said they're going to have to change it again. Because now another question comes up in a couple of years in San Antonio.
Right.
Are you going to be able to do that? Because now what's happened so far is San Antonio and Oklahoma City, they're going to be able to keep their big three. For now, they're going to be able to keep their big three. Partially because Wemby's going to take the pay cuts. He took the pay cut already. So he's basically telling people in the league like Brunson did, like, listen, I'm here to build a championship team. I don't care about having all the money. Also, Wemby has probably the ungodly amount of endorsements as LeBron does by now, so like it's not like he really needs it.
What do you think's gonna happen with LeBron?
He either goes home or he goes to Miami.
You think Miami's still an option, huh?
I'm a Heat fan. I need him to come home.
Mm-hmm.
For being honest, I'm a Heat fan. I need his ass to come back.
Okay.
But
how long you been a Heat fan?
Since 2003, when they drafted that kid out of Marquette. He's my favorite basketball player in the entire world.
I think my favorite basketball player for the Heat is Udonis Haslem.
Oh, UD's a Dade County legend, man. That's homegrown boy, man.
That's my guy.
UW, baby. UW. That's the captain of captains, baby. That's UW. That's UW. I love him, dog. I love him. But you know,
what was your favorite Heat team?
Gotta be the year with Ray. Gotta be the year with Ray Allen. It's gotta be the year with Ray. Cause Ray, dude, like he came from here pissed. Yeah. And it was the battles that year between the Celtics and the Heat. It was like blood war.
Right.
You know, and then we had to play each other to get to the finals. And it was just like, oh, this is fucking brutal. You know what I mean?
Facts.
But it was, to me, probably basketball at its best at that time.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
we had the big three model from the 2008 Celtics during that time period, and then it gave us the ripple effect in the NBA, and for a long period of time we had the big three model, and then when Durant finally left Golden State, we went back to a duos model.
Yes and no, because in a way the trio became different, right? So the trio for Golden State was the Splash Brothers and Draymond. Because what Draymond could do on like shoot is he could pass and facilitate, but he was also like a Dennis Rodman, all in one.
Right.
So you had a newer version of a big three in certain places. And I think in other places you were hoping that they developed a big three. Like in Milwaukee's case, right? You had Chris Middleton, you had Drew, and you had Giannis. Mm-hmm. They didn't have to develop. They were just ready.
Right.
Right? You know what I mean? They were just ready at that time. Same thing with Denver. Right? But eventually Denver's going to have to get rid of one of them. Murray's gone. Because they're not going to get rid of Joker.
Right.
Murray's gone. LA's got to figure something out to get somebody else big over there. And if I'm them, I would try to see if I could get Joker. But I doubt he'll leave Denver. He's one of those guys. To me, he's like a Tim Duncan. I'm not leaving. This is where I am. This is where I stay. Wemby's going to retire a Spur. Like just so everybody's clear, just like number 0 is gonna retire a Celtic, Wemby's gonna retire a Spur. Steph's gonna retire a Golden State Warrior, and I think LeBron either retires as a Cav or a Heat, because him going to Philly, truthfully, it's like, bro, like it kind of hits your legacy.
I think he goes to Golden State.
But if
I still think he goes to Golden State. I still think Golden State tries to get Anthony Davis.
Washington's not giving him up. Rich Paul came out this week and flat out said it.
Yeah,
that's his agent.
But I don't believe like owners and agents that say
they don't have the money to do it, and the only guy that they could have the money swap to do, Washington won't take back because they already had him and they got rid of him, which was Kristaps. It's the only money that matches.
Yeah.
And they won't take him back because they already got rid of his ass.
Right. 100%.
Plus, Trae Young and him are starting to get acclimated. Plus, the kid from the hometown hero kid, AJ's nice. You put those together with that squad. Because Washington's put a slow key. They've been in the lottery, the top 5 or top 8 of the lottery the past 5 years. Their chickens are going to come home to roost this year. Promise you. Every team, right, regardless, after 4 or 5 drafts, even if they suck, don't they try to attempt to make the play-in or the playoffs? Aren't they like somewhere near the bottom, like 9, 10?
Right.
Like that's what they're gonna be.
That's what a lot of the small market basketball does.
But that's a lot better for them considering they've only won in the teens for the last like 3 years.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So for them, fighting for 8th, fighting for 9th is a successful year. Let them do it. I honestly think they're going to be 6th in the East if you ask me, if they keep all of them healthy, because that's a tough team to deal with. Because I know nobody really talks about Washington, but The kid Trey Johnson is nice. Mm-hmm. Alexander Sarr is coming into his own. You got the number 1 pick this year in AJ Debata. Mm-hmm. You got You got Trae Young as your point guard, and you got Davis as your anchor.
Right.
Sarr is there really to do a lot of the dirty work, so he doesn't have to.
They have Scotty Brooks as their coach, right?
Is Scotty? I don't think Scotty's over there anymore.
I thought Scotty was their coach.
I don't know. I don't know what happened after Oklahoma City. They left Scotty high and dry after that shit, man. They left him high and dry.
Scotty's one of my favorite coaches.
Him and
who's some of your favorite coaches in the NBA?
In the NBA, give me a minute. In college, my all-time favorite is John Calipari.
Okay.
Because he revolutionized this whole era of basketball for us, and people don't even realize it. Mm-hmm. He is the man that mastered the one and done. Derrick Rose was his original one and done. Actually, no, Jawan Wagner was his original one and done.
Okay.
That's how long this man has been doing this shit. Mm-hmm. And everybody else is now picking up on that shit. Mind you, he just had Darius Acuff be a top 10 pick from Arkansas. He's getting ready to reload again now that he's got a couple years in over there. Like, it's what he does. But I think in the NBA, Rick Carlisle is probably one of my favorite coaches of all time. I just think I love the way his teams play. Mm-hmm. Celtics legend. Mm-hmm. Won the championship in '86.
100%.
And then just the development of his players, bro. Like, when he first went to Indiana, they were shit. He had Indiana in Game 7 of the finals a year ago. Mm-hmm. And if Tyrese didn't get hurt, we might be talking about the Indiana Pacers as the champions, the world champions.
100%.
So, Rick is one of my favorites. I love Redick. I love JJ Redick because he's an asshole. And he's been that way. He gonna stay that way. He was like that as a commentator. He was like that as a ball player. But he's a hell of a coach. Mm. They play the hell out for him.
Right.
I really like that was something like for me with player coaches, right? The players that we grew up watching, they become coaches. Like, do these guys really want to play for you? And they do.
Yeah.
They play hard for him. They play really hard for him.
The same thing for people like Vrabel and stuff like.
Yeah.
It's just like we were talking about that a little bit earlier. About the fact that like they want to play for their coach.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just like he knows he's won the championship. He knows what it's like.
Exactly.
To get teams to those games.
Who's another one? I wasn't gonna say Mitch. I was gonna say San Antonio Mitch, but he did an awful coaching job in the finals. I think the last one, I can't believe I put him last, is Spo, man. The hometown coach, man, Spo.
Right.
And
I'm honestly shocked by your list. Like there was a lot of names I thought you would say that you didn't say.
Yeah. No, there's quite a few on there that I think about, but I'm like, just because for me with Carlisle, it's the longevity.
Yeah.
It's the proof through over the past all of our adult lives since 2001. This man has been a head coach since we were 2001. Mm-hmm. So it's 25 years of this guy being a head coach. And every one of his teams either has made a deep playoff run or won the whole thing. If he's been there for more than 4 or 5 years.
Right.
Crazy enough to say, but it's the truth. Right? So that's what me and him, it's the ability to reset his system every 5 to 7 years. To transition with the game. That's the brilliancy of him. The brilliancy of Redick is he's looking at it from a shooter perspective. And he knows everything in this game now is about pulling up the shot. Mm-hmm. So defensively, his whole thing is I got to stop you before you get that jump shot up on the 3. This whole thing.
Yep.
The last dude, Spo, we're Greyhounds in Miami, bro. We're Greyhounds. That's what we are. We're the Pittsburgh Steelers of the NBA. We're always competitive. We ain't win shit.
Yeah, 100%.
This is why I want Braun to come back. Him, Bam, and Giannis, take that. Because the regular season is fun.
They were trying to get Westbrook, too.
They fuck around and get Westbrook. I heard they're trying to get Beal, too.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
Listen, you put that team together in Miami, you might have a real issue.
Yeah.
You might have a real issue.
Yeah.
Because all them old men really only need to play about 15 to 20 minutes a night.
Right.
Let these young boys
That's
get
why
the
I was
gas.
saying earlier, I thought...
Save the knees till the third quarter.
That's why I was saying earlier, I think there's still a little bit of a chance that Curry tries to team up with LeBron for the sense that they're both on the back ends of their career and they feel like if they team up together...
Yeah, but they don't have the depth to go through the West, Zach. Yeah. That Western Conference, bro, is
scary.
Gauntlet.
You got some French guy who's 7'4".
He's let it basically be known. You got to go through him to get to the finals. He made that abundantly clear in the Western Conference Finals last year.
Right.
They are no longer the head dog.
Right.
I'm here now.
Yeah.
You got to go through me. And the scary thing is after getting your ass whooped like that in the finals,
you're going to come back with a vengeance.
Every great that I know comes back from some shit like that, and they go animalistic for the rest of their career.
Mm-hmm.
I hope the Knicks enjoy this championship, because every time that motherfucker sees the Knicks, he's going to go for 60.
Crazy.
He's going for 60.
Yeah.
The same way he gives Chet Holmgren the dog treatment because he hates him since he was 15. New York is going to be
I
that
had him
new
on
blood.
my fantasy basketball team this year.
He's unreal.
Feasting of the final week of the season, like the finals of the championship week.
Yeah.
He had like 41 points, 18 rebounds, 6 blocks. And I was just like, bro, like, it was dropping like 75, 76 points as far as like fantasy basketball points, like all together, like ridiculous.
Yeah, man. But I think if you're him, you should go somewhere where the job needs to get finished. That's why I keep ringing Miami, right? Because when he went back to Cleveland, right, the mission was accomplished. You got him the title. And for me, as a fan, I would love to see, I'm a Heat fan, but I would love to see the storybook ending of him going to Cleveland, finishing everything in Cleveland.
Same.
Winning a ring and walking off in Cleveland,
right.
I think it would be
I'd like to see him go back
thing.
to Cleveland.
I think
that was my first bet before I thought Golden State.
Yeah, I just, and
but
those
I think Cleveland's still a possibility.
Well, Miami and Cleveland are only two places that he doesn't have to be sold on.
Mm-hmm.
He's been there.
Right.
He knows exactly what's in those buildings. He knows exactly what's going on in those buildings. You know what I mean? Like, he's got people in there. So it's not like he's like, oh, let me see what's going on in South Beach. He's been at people in South Beach since he left. So now it's just a matter of where's he going to go. But I think it goes down to Cleveland or Miami.
You don't think the Celtics are dark horse?
If they pull that one, I'll be surprised considering like how much LeBron hates Boston, and how much Boston hates LeBron.
Imagine. Can you just imagine? I would be so fat. I would be glued to the jersey sale numbers.
They would have to
get rid of
every fuck LeBron shirt here
and every
Boston.
LeBron's a douche shirt.
Never would happen. But
that'd be like the Celtics getting Kyrie back.
Braun going out a Celtic would be unheard of. But he'll never wear a Celtics uniform ever.
I just thought to throw it out there.
Listen,
we never thought we'd get Paul George here.
But I've heard it. I'm not gonna lie. I've heard that dark horse because apparently somebody saw it on their board or whatever, on that Rich Paul board or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I could see it, but for all the history of beer being thrown on him and called everything but a black man, I don't think he's gonna want to be here.
Mm-hmm. He has a little bit of ownership in the Red Sox because he's signed a film.
Well, you know what? Us Red Sox fans are pretty fucking pissed right now. So he needs to figure that shit out.
They've been on a 9-game streak. As of right now, they are 2 games from being a team without an identity. So if they get 3 games, they can be considered a winning baseball team.
I know.
And, it took us until July to get to this
I just
point.
want Craig Breslow to go. Craig Breslow has got to go. I am so sick and tired of that guy. He is terrible. He's turned us into the race.
Are you a Bruins fan, too?
Die hard.
So, who do you think is worse, Breslow or DeSweeney?
Breslow by far. At least Sweeney can put somewhat of a decent team on the fucking field. This dude got rid of the fucking World Series championship coach, manager, then got rid of a hometown fucking god in fucking Veritek. Like, who the fuck do you think you are? You pussy fuck. Like, this is our fucking town, and you're like, oh, I'm a Red Sox. No, the fuck you ain't. Red Sox don't do the shit you pulling.
Right.
You're not a Red Sox. You're a half breed.
Right.
Go fucking get us what we need back.
You were a relief pitcher on a miracle team.
He was a joke. Right. And I'm trying to figure out where did they see the value in. But again, John Henry likes to not spend money on the Red Sox because he's a worthless piece of crap as an owner now that only cares about the other interests. About his soccer team. Hey, how the fuck does that do? No one gives a shit about your soccer team right now because it's the World Cup. You're not making any money. Meanwhile, Red Sox fans have been giving you money for the past 25 fucking years, and you can't give us a fucking time.
You have one of the most beloved franchises and markets and most profitable tourist attractions.
I remember when it used to be a time where it was disrespectful to the Red Sox that their salary wasn't as close to the fucking Yankees.
Right.
What are you doing? You're not a Red Sox, Breslow.
Right.
Because a Red Sox has true championship DNA. You're a fluke. So just go away, go back to your small little market in Tampa Bay, Washington, wherever, Omaha, Nebraska. Shit, take them there. I don't care. Just don't have them running my Red Sox anymore. This guy's got to go. Bury him, stick a fork in him, send him to Kathmandu. I don't care, but he's got to get the fuck up out of Boston. How do you get rid of Alex Carrera?
Right. How do you get rid of Alex Carrera? That's crazy.
I digress. I could go on for the Red Sox for hours. Sweeney's a piece of shit too, but at least the Bruins, like, I can live with the Bruins.
I feel like I put my eggs in the basket for the Bruins every year, and all my eggs get cracked.
I always look and check, but I don't really dig deep. When Sweeney started when they got rid of my childhood,
I think both Sweeney and Cam Neely are the problem, and I think that Sweeney has a relationship with Charlie Jacobs, and I think Cam Neely's too much of a hometowner for them to really let go of.
Yeah. But I mean, for me, they lost me for full seasons when they took away my childhood hero in Marchand.
Yeah.
I don't have I just lost the love when I started seeing Big Z go, and when Marchand was it, and then when Chara left.
One of my first jobs, I was working at the Bruins training facility over in Wilmington at the time, before they got their big one over in Boston.
Yeah.
And it was during the 2010-2011 Cup run. So I got to see them practice almost every day. And one of the first days I was worked there, Chara was first one on ice, and he did a slap shot, and it elevated and the puck hit the glass. And I was I thought a bullet got shot at me because obviously
so strong.
Chara's slap shot. Yeah. I thought a bullet got slapped at me. I fucking ducked because I'm behind the hockey glass. I ducked.
Well, let me ask, how's their prospects looking? Because I don't know where they've picked in the draft the last couple of years. It must be somewhere in the middle of the pack. So I'm sure we're not getting a star-studded dude that's coming out.
We don't have good draft skills. Sweeney was better. So this is why I look at it as Sweeney's a better trader.
Yeah.
Chiarelli was a better drafter.
Well, you're gonna need the draft guy because the way that everybody's CBAs and stuff is going now, it seems like they're bent bound on you bringing in homegrown talent, making things happen and work.
Right.
Like San Antonio, bro. Their whole thing now is they hit on every draft pick for the past 3 years.
Mm-hmm. Same thing with OKC.
So they hit. So they moving. I heard OKC was trying to move up in the draft to get somebody too, but they ended up getting who they wanted. They got that 7'3" kid, Mara. Because he's supposed to be the answer for Wemby, which is not going to be the answer. But God bless you. Hey, also I don't think you guys will have that big man problem too much to worry about anymore. That kid Amiri Williams you guys have, he's good. He's really good. And he just shot up to 7'2".
That's crazy.
Yeah, they just they showed it the other day before for the first summer league game. They said he grew 3 inches. He was 6'11", he's 7'2".
That's nuts.
The reason they know that is because Senek, the kid they just drafted,
he's
6'11". He towers over Senek.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he's 7'2" now. So you guys got a big man, like a drafted and homegrown big man.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I'm going to end it with the question I ask all my guests at the end here.
Okay.
What do you have as far as like dreams and goals for yourself moving forward?
I plan on seeing myself with a ton of plaques and a ton of Grammys. And I don't see myself any other way. I came home with a purpose to make one life worth two. And if I ain't the dope man, I don't know who else is. I deliver over people's expectations. So that's the goal, man, my biggest goal is in 30 years to do what Jay-Z just did at Madison Square Garden here at TD.
That'd be dope.
It will be.
What would you say is your biggest like dream stage?
Gillette. Yeah. Because it means something.
Yeah, 100%.
It means something. If you're a Boston kid, you can go to New York.
So for me,
there.
So if we're talking strictly like Massachusetts area, like there's two that really stand out to me. I would want to do either Fenway, or I would really want to do the Esplanade. Like filled out the way that like the 4th of July would be filled out.
Yeah.
You know, Fenway's
legendary.
That would be my like all-time dream stage. Like if I was to perform somewhere in Boston, would probably be the Esplanade.
I feel like Gillette is just like it's a stadium. You know what I mean? Like Fenway is like that, but like when you get to Gillette level.
How many Patriots games have you been to?
I've been to 4.
Okay, what was the first one you went to?
I went when I was 10 years old, and I saw the Green Bay Packers. And at the time, our backup quarterback was Rohan Davey. Okay. So that's who I saw.
Okay, what was the most recent one you went to?
Last year against the Carolina Panthers, when Marcus Jones had the return, I was there for the whole day. Okay, it was one of the best days of my life, man. It was a great day.
My first game that I went to see in 2014. I saw the Patriots and the Broncos when it was Peyton Manning versus Tom. And Brandon Browner had a pick 6 in that game.
That's crazy.
Julian Edelman had a touchdown in that game. It was snowing that day.
I got to see Brady's last home game.
I was there too.
As a Patriot.
I got to
regular
against
season.
The Bills, right? Okay.
I was there. I got the ticket stub.
I was there too.
To this day, I'll never forget it.
I haven't been to a Patriots game since.
Bro,
I'm just like, I don't know if it's going to feel the same now.
Bro, I just felt like, it's incredible. The atmosphere is back. It's incredible. Because Drake brought it back. Drake really brought it back. It's 100%. Back. But, man, when I saw him, because I was down close, because my buddies, now my sister-in-law, she got us tickets because she worked at a legal firm, and we're down like closer to the 50-yard line, and I just sit there looking like I just found the love of my life, cause like looking at Brady, because it's just like, he's real, like 6'5", like huge, like whipping the ball out like a fucking demon. I'm like,
right.
This is better than TV. Like, I'm just like mesmerized. I'm like, thank God there was no woman next to me, because I'd just been like, I don't care about you right now. Like, Brady's on the field. Like, I was like locked in on this man the whole time, like love at first sight. I was just like, finally.
Facts.
I joke around with my mom and sister and all my friends all the time. They're like, that's my dad. I'm so every time I say, I love you, Dad. I love you, Dad. I love you so much, Dad.
Oh shit, man, that's great.
Yeah.
All right, man. Appreciate you on the show, brother.
You know that, B.
And,
you know that.
Make sure you stay tuned. We'll see you on the next episode.
Yes, sir. Make sure you stay tuned.